Good afternoon, Dr. Jenn here to talk to you about cleaning the slate. I don't know about you, but do you find yourself repeating the same mistakes over and over again, repeating the same patterns, realizing like, I thought I let go of that shit. I thought I had taken care of it. I thought I, released it and burned it and whatever else you did to address some things from your past in the hopes and the intention of not having to repeat it again in the future, and then you find, oh, here it is again. Or do you find yourself making poor decisions, and sometimes even as you make those poor decisions, you're saying to yourself, why are you doing this? Or you're being super critical of yourself for things that you did last week, a month ago, a year ago, sometimes 10 years or more ago. And for whatever reason, as different circumstances or you have different experiences in the course of your day, you bring these old experiences back out as another opportunity to beat yourself up. Well, it's time to clean the slate. It's time to give yourself the benefit of the doubt. We do it for our family, our friends, our colleagues. And when was the last time you did it for yourself? When was the last time that you gave yourself credit for what you were accomplishing? So, hello, Allison. What do I mean by clean the slate? I literally use a whiteboard. I have one here, and it was something that came through one of my group healing sessions where we were given the recommendation as a group to start each day fresh. So that way we can choose what we bring into our day. So each night, now that I have a whiteboard that I am using, and you can use a whiteboard. Allison, if you've got questions as I'm talking, feel free to chime in. I use my whiteboard, and before I go to bed at night, I clear my whiteboard. Whatever is written on it, I wipe it off. So that way it's a clean slate. When I wake up in the morning, I'm telling myself, and I go through this practice of starting with a clean slate. That means whatever I did yesterday or 2 days ago or last week that is no longer serving or supporting me in some way, I'm consciously choosing not to bring it into my day. If I beat myself up for something yesterday or screwed something up yesterday, I'm not going to bring that into today. What I may bring into today is what I learned or what I discovered by what occurred yesterday. So an example of what I have on my whiteboard, things that I want to be reminded of today, things I want to embody today, things that I am calling into my life. So I know the first thing on my whiteboard is that I follow through and support myself with love. For me, that means activities that support my overall health and well-being, exercise, eating right, drinking water, having downtime, having fun, that I make sure those things are happening in my day, happening in my schedule. I'm literally putting time into my schedule. Hi, Shane. And so that's on my list. Another thing that's on my list, because this is one of my priorities, I travel to fabulous places. I want this right in front of me. And that's why I have it handy, as I just showed. I have my whiteboard, and these are the things that, as I'm working here in my office, that I revisit throughout the day. When I'm not in my office, I take a picture of this. So that way, if I'm out in the community or I'm out doing something else and, well, things get stirred up, or I start getting up in my shit, or I'm triggered or frustrated about something, I can return to my list of what I want to experience today, what I want to be calling in today. I want to be consistent about this. That consistent energy, that consistent belief that these things can happen for us is what helps us be clear on the steps that we need to take, the thought processes that support what we want to experience, and so the steps that we need to take, so that way we can create new patterns that support our overall health, our overall well-being, and the results that we're wanting to achieve. I don't know about you, but when somebody first pointed out to me the negative, critical, sometimes downright mean thoughts rattling around in my head, I was shocked. It had been going on so long and so consistently, I wasn't even aware of it. Well, now that I am aware of it, it is super critical, super important that we put different thoughts in our head. And that this is one of the ways that I do it. So, as I mentioned, my whiteboard, and you can use a notebook. I know some people use a notebook, a journal. I happen to like the whiteboard because it literally can be wiped clean to give me that message and that reminder. I'm starting consciously with a clean slate. I'm giving myself this opportunity to choose how I want to experience my day today and what I'm calling into my life through my thoughts and then my actions that will support that, and then those patterns that created that get me to the results that I want to experience. So if anybody's got questions, comments as you're watching this, feel free to post them. I will answer them live if I am live, or I will respond to them if I see them come up later. Some of the other things that I have on my whiteboard, I'll share some of them. Let's see, I deserve ease. I don't know about you, but if I look at my, at my past, I won't say often, but I did choose sometimes the hard way. I used to have this belief that if it wasn't hard, it didn't have meaning. I no longer believe that. I'm reminding myself I can choose ease. Of course, ease being relative. Ease being relative. We can't bypass or ignore what our body and our being is asking us to do, asking ourselves to show up or follow through on, and think that things are just going to come easy. Let me see. Oh, I'm an infinitely powerful healer, both for myself and in the work that I offer to others. Oh, I live a big life. That is my statement, that I'm going to live a life that is full, that is fabulous, that is really juicy and awesome. So these are some of the things that I have on my whiteboard. Now, some I'll erase it tonight, and tomorrow I'll get up and I'll put some of these back on here. And I'll put them back on until I embody it, until I own it, until, it's mine. And then I'll tweak others. So it does change from day to day. Some get repeated because the goal is that I know these things as part of me, because I want to be conscious again about what I bring into my day. So again, if you find yourself making the same mistakes, Allison says, thanks for the message. I needed to hear that. I needed to hear at the right time, the synchronicity. Have a great day. Thanks, Allison. You too. I'm glad it could help. So if you find yourself making the same mistakes, making poor decisions, being super critical of yourself. Try giving yourself the benefit of the doubt and start off with a clean slate each day. Of course, you get questions and comments, post them below. And if you want to find out more about this, send me a direct message and I'll get back to you. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Sending love, health, and transformation to you until we connect again. Bye.